Well, I'm just over 2 miles in, and I've reached. I'm going to get to Harrogate, but I'm going to try and find the most scenic routes. It doesn't matter how long it takes because I've got really all day to do it in, and I really do need those miles. I'm feeling good, as I said earlier. But this is a village called Bramhope, as I say, about 2 miles in from where we're camped, and it's a lovely, quaint little village. The village pub there. And the village bakery, everything's villagey. Little fish and chip shop, takeaway, news agents, all you want in a little village really. The signposts tell us the road I'm on is to Leeds, but I'm going to Harrogate, so I'm going to have to change that somewhere on the route. Otley, where we finished off yesterday, in that direction, and Cookeridge and Carlton, wherever they may be. It was great. Just up the way there's a little school, and with tennis courts, so the kids are out being coached in the tennis, the backhand and forehand, and further up there's a field where there were some youngsters playing, organised, trained by adults, and then there was a full-scale match going on. I wasn't quite sure what age those people playing were. They're a little way off, and I should have taken more notice. But anyway, it's a hive of activity around here. It's lovely. Plenty of dog walkers, of course. Everywhere you go, dogs. Not mine with me today. I don't know whether I could have taken out. Maybe I could, but I wasn't quite sure where I was going and how long it would take me. When I've plotted out my new route, I think we might go off into the countryside and come into Harrogate that way. I think that might be a possibility, but we'll see. So this is Bramhope. Oh, we've got Target's got a 10k on the 8th of June for the Candlelighters and Trust and the RN9B. Very good. Yeah. It seems, as I've walked this last few days, there's quite a few village races taking place. I'm not sure this is as long-standing. It may well be. I don't live in a village, but lots of 10Ks taking place at these villages. Let's cross over here. Yeah, so Bramhope, very nice, love it. Amongst all the other lovely villages that I've visited on this walk. Still in Bramhope here, there's a parade of shops, just to give everybody the right context. This village is larger than I thought. When I first saw the village hall and the little church and the little school, I've been walking for another 10 minutes now, and it sort of goes on. So Bramhope's a bit larger than I thought it was. Some lovely houses. That one's got a rash. And of course they've got a little park. Of course they have. Well, they do love the cycling around here. It's more so the motorcycling. That's about the 10th bunch of about 10 riders I've seen in the last mile and a half. So there's something maybe going on, or it's just a club that's out enjoying the country roadside. Nice clear stretch down here, and then I think we've got a left turn onto what I believe is Harrogate Road, and then it's straight up into Harrogate. I think we've got about 6 miles of that, and we're there. Well, that was a scary few miles there, but I think this is going to be even scary. This A61, it appears everybody's going to Harrogate, but I've got a bit of pavement here, a bit of safety, and I've got this wonderful view of the River Wharf, this weir under the bridge. Must have been photographed 1 million or more times. This little beauty spot, fabulous. Nice to have pavement beneath the feet. Yeah, I'd love this to be all the way into Harrogate. But I know it'll probably stop in about 300 metres. Apparently I'm just about to enter the county of North Yorkshire. So I've come at it from a sort of an odd angle. I've come up and round sort of the bottom, and then I don't know. Anyway, I'm in North Yorkshire on the Harrogate Road, and there's still pavement. Whoopee! I just thought I needed to show you this. Well, I'll have to show it to you, but I just crossed my mind. I would. It's a bus stop, but it's like in the middle of nowhere. There's no pavement, there's no sort of safe area, and I mean, where do the people come from that catch this bus? Where does the bus go to? You do have some weird thoughts when you're walking. Oh, there's a little hard standing for people there, so it's not too boggy. But where do they come from? Oh, you want information? QR code, scan here. So it won't even tell me. It's called Rigton Lane End. Well, get the engine scene too, son. It doesn't sound too clever. Right, yeah. Oh, there's another bus stop at, obviously, the opposite side of the road. To be fair, you'd need to catch a bus to get to the bus stop, I'd have thought. Yeah. Anyway. It's just tickled my fancy. It's probably very commonplace to a lot of people where you live, but to me I found it a little bit strange that, you know, you could put a brew on, you can make yourself a nice coffee, you could go at the expense of buying yourself a coffee machine. You could go out and sit in a nice cafe. I've done it myself. I do it most Saturdays, to be honest, with a friend, and we have a look around the charity shops, and we have stop for a coffee somewhere and a slice of cake, and it's all part of the... But this is people queuing up in cars to pick up coffee to take home or drink in their cars. I find it a bit weird. I really do. It's really tickled me that you would do that. I've seen them do it. They were queuing up. A couple of cars went before I got the film going. Yeah, by the time I got rolling, they've moved off. But yeah, pick me up a coffee, a drive-through coffee. Brilliant. I've just come across a dead cat just on the side of the road. Well, on the verge across the road. Quite upsetting, really, because he looked a big old boy. There wasn't any sign of trauma, you know, but it was lay there. Somebody's pet, for sure. People are going to be upset. They won't know he's even there. So I'm entering, excuse me, I'm entering the leafy suburbs here, all the leaves there, of Harrogate. I've passed through this place. I've never stopped or, you know, had so much a cup of coffee, which I'm probably going to break that that failure very shortly. I'm very, very thirsty now. But yeah, I'm just walking down into the Harrogate centre. Beautiful houses again, all around. Big houses. Yeah, as I say, the leafy suburbs. In many ways it's been so far pretty boring walk, and I expect it to continue that way. I will film a little bit in Harrogate centre, if there's anything there to tickle my fancy, but to be honest, it's just been walking, road walking mostly, avoiding cars. I've done just shy of 13 miles, so I'll reset the Garmin mileage indicator, whatever, watch on the for the way back. But clearly, if I've done 13 to get here, I'm going to walk back to the campsite after I've had a coffee, and I presume that it'll have to be around about 13 miles again. But as I said, quite a boring app. You can tell by my voice I haven't really got a lot of excitement of that so far. That might all change in 10 minutes or so when I've actually got in the town centre and it's suddenly Aladdin's cave of riches of things to talk about and see and do. But so far it's lovely, but it's not Kansas. Well, we're in the more exciting part of Harrogate. Lovely. Just past a big park down there. It's a nice day to start with, so there's plenty of people out and about. Flowers are out, spring of course, May next week, and some wonderful old Georgian buildings. There's a Alexander pub, a few customers outside enjoying the spring air and the warmish weather. Of course, Harrogate's famous as spa town. That's how it's made its name. Back in the 1700s, people have come here to take the waters, and that was supposed to be a craze during its time. Across the country, there was spa towns springing up. Excuse. Don't excuse anything. Betty's cafe and tea rooms. Now this is the famous Betty's. Another of Harrogate's get across here. Yeah, another of Harrogate's famed venues, establishments. Is this coming up now? And I thought I might pop in because I've never been in. I was treating the girls, but they can't come to Harrogate. They're back on the campsite, unfortunately, with the camper and Archie. But I was going to treat them to a Betty's. But oh, Betty's is popular. There's a queue. There's literally people queuing. You see the waitresses in the starch white pinafores. Yeah, this is what it's all about. And here is the queue. In fact, you get your menu outside, you queue, and you queue. I haven't got the time to do the queuing bit, lovely as it must be, because I need to just have a bite to eat, a quick drink somewhere, and set off back to the campsite. I've got another 13 miles to get back to, so I think I'm looking more for a coffee bar. But lovely. The Ivy. That might be something up my streets. Well, I'm still in Harrogate. I looked at the menu in the window at the Ivy, and I saw the price and my eyes immediately watered. So I'm skipping that. I did find I saw a little bar down here. Maybe they'll do a beer and a sandwich or something, just to fill a hole. I'll definitely need to drink something, and definitely need I need some food, yep, to fill that energy gap that I'm now finding is started to impress on me. Yeah, so I'm going in here. Yeah, so that's three's a crowd. That's what I've just eaten. They don't do sandwiches. They made that very clear. They do not do sandwiches. But they do homemade hummus and pita bread. And you can make your own hummus sandwich from that. Which is what I did. As the waitress said, who knew? Yeah, very nice. £12.75 for your hummus and pita bread. And a pint of Theaston's real ale to wash it down. I was asked if that was okay. I mean, the price was okay, but it was too late. I'd eaten and drunk it by then, so it had to be. Yeah, it was okay. It was lovely. Fill the hole. I'm on the way now back to the campsite. I'm going to take a slightly different route this time. Same route now, south on the A61, but then we're going to take a slightly different road off. And the temperature's dropped. That's why I stopped speaking. I could suddenly feel a change in the air. Yeah. I've still not had any rain on this 4 days, so I'm, fingers crossed I can get away with a blank sheet for the whole of this walking trip. So I'm saying goodbye to Harrogate. Yeah, the park's cleared pretty much. There's a lot more people out there. So I don't know, maybe this is the hummus and the Theakston's real ale, but I feel like it's taking on a sombre mood now. Thought of having to walk that 12 miles back when you get very relaxed very quickly when you stop walking. You really do. You're about to eat a little bit of alcohol, not too much, and it's suddenly, you could stretch out on that park bench there. You could, but you can't because you haven't got time for that. Okay, that's me for now. I may not speak again until I get back to the campsite. I may speak in the next 20 minutes if something crops up, but I'm still concerned about the dead cat. I can't think of a way in which I can inform local people. I did speak to somebody in the little bistro I've just been in, and they looked at me as a bit weird, which probably I am, but they could have been a little bit more understanding. I was just trying to get on the local sort of media site here to sort of share my bad news, and at least they would be able to recognise where the site was. I could easily pick it out for them, and they could pick up their cat, their obviously missing cat. Okay, enough of cats and rambling. That's all for now. Just stopped to film this. I know there's one or two people who follow me a little bit, and they might be interested in it. This is the junior football club. This is Pano Sports Junior FC. Look at this ground, it's smashing. Just for the juniors, that's brilliant. I saw them playing, there was a couple of games going on when I walked past, and I never really took notice the fact that this was just for a junior team, or junior teams. What great facilities. My final destination at St Helena campsite. I've wandered back over the border. It would appear the River Wharf is the border between West and North Yorkshire, so I'm back in West Yorkshire again now, because I'm just crossing over that self-same River Wharf. It's a bit quieter than upstream we filmed a few hours ago. So this is Wharf, I think it's called Wharf Pool, this little village here. It's certainly it's road marked as Pool, but I think I saw on the map something like Wharf Pool makes sense with a wharf. And we're almost done. It's been mostly road walking, but thankfully also it's been mostly pavement. I've had pavement for the last 4 miles. Or nearly 5 miles now, so that is a godsend. If indeed there's a God there that sends pavements, the pavement God. Anyway, it was thankfully received from wherever. So there's a sign for Otley, where I was going to make my way round to, because that's where we came from yesterday before the campsite. But I'm glad I didn't, because I believe this road takes us much closer if I stay on it. To our final destination. I'm just having a new drink, well, new to me anyway. This is it. I think I'll scrap that. I've no idea why I can't show that. I can't show it right in front of me. Is it there? Is it here? Is it there? There it is. A new drink. Very nice. Watermelon. Got a bit of caffeine in it. I wouldn't mind being sponsored by these people. If you want to send me over a few crates of that for Joggle, I'll be very happy. It's not going too well as sponsorship, I have to confess. Well, I'm back in Branhope where I wandered through many hours ago this morning, and I can see a sign for the Fox and Hounds. I'm still about 2 miles shy of the campsite, but I think I've deserved a prize. There's nothing on the campsite. There's no club or bar facilities there, so I'm going to have to make the most of the Fox and Hounds, which will be very nice, I'm sure. I just noticed this old, and it's got a Dell's school there. 2 males and 6 females. I think that says M&F. Oh no, miles and furlongs, I suppose that is. Males and females. Okay, yeah, because that means Headingley Church has only got 5 males and 4 females. And why would you bother to continue with a congregation of 9? Different than that. Okay, so it's up this hill, and climbing wise, I was really thinking we wouldn't really reach 1,000, but it looks like we're going to get round about 1,500 feet on this walk to Headingley, blooming heck, where am I? Leeds? No, to Harrogate and back. I am tired now, and you can tell when I get to this stage. This is mile 25, and I've got 2 to do, so excuse me for getting me Harrogate and me Headingley's mixed up. They're in Yorkshire, both of them. Yeah, sorry, the climbing. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, I didn't think we'd climbed too far, but it was nearly 800 on the way there, and I'm on 607 at the moment, a bit more to do, so I might get up to round about the average for Joggle, which will be 1,450 feet. Enough of feet. My feet are quite sore now, actually. I'm gonna... Stupidly, one of the mistakes I made today was not putting the double socks on. I mean, that is remiss of me because I'm a big double sock man, as people may know. Oh. I remember this little hill here when I came over it the opposite way this morning, crosswise. I mean, the pub's on the right, and it's there. Would be okay. Well, you don't want to watch me drinking beer, do you? I had a quick pint in the Fox and Hounds, and it was very nice too. Good music playing, good vibes, and then I thought, well, there must be an off licence or something where I can get a bottle of wine for the camper van. Whoops. And they didn't, well, they could provide it at extortionate prices, as you imagine, but they did say there was a co-op. So they gave me general directions, and now I find myself on this country walk. I could have done more country walking, thank you, because I've still got to get back to the camper van. I've got no idea where I am. I'm only on 1 pint, but I tell you what, that's what happens when you go walking. It doesn't. Oh, I can get old. That's a combination, you see. You get older. You don't need as much to keep you silly and giddy. I honestly think I'm going way out of the way. I'm going to have to go back. I could do the dog walker coming my way. No, this can't be right. No. Unfortunately, my phone's completely run out of battery. I just always have this impression that if I go where I think I should go, it'll lead me. No, this is not going to lead me anywhere but further into the countryside. I mean, even co-ops. Oh, I don't know though. Is that a main road? It would be on a main road, wouldn't it? Co-ops. Oh, but what sort of main road would that be? The one I'm looking for is kind of a... He said it'll take me about 20 minutes to get there. I've gone for a shortcut. Oh, what do I do? Press on? No. I don't know though. I should just stuck to the road I was told to go on. Clear cars. Well, I found the main road I could hear. I'm not going up any more public footpaths. That's what got me into this trouble. I have no idea. I think I'm going the right way back towards Otley. I shouldn't be doing this. Oh, cemetery. Very neatly kept. I can see. That's lovely. Commonwealth War Graves one as well. Well, yeah, totally lost now. Obviously, miles away from where I thought I was getting to this co-op. As per usual, shouldn't have taken the pathway that I thought would lead me to the promised co-op land. But so I'm doing something that I don't really like to do and very rarely do. I've turned round, I'm going back because I've got no idea where this road leads to. I'm pretty sure it's not to a co-op. Well, not in the close vicinity anyway. I think that path just took me a mile out of my way. So back we go. Find the footpath, retread my steps. If necessary, all the way back to the Fox and Hounds. Woo! These cars like to fly. They certainly do. I'm still feeling pretty fit, and I can't work out now. I'm probably on about 26 miles for the day. A little bit more to do when I find this wine to take it back to the camper. Well, I've just, I didn't want to film them actually because they were giving me good advice, directional wise, about this co-op, and I was right to turn around. If I'd have continued going though I was going, I was well out of my way. So I'm going back now towards the village. I've noticed I'm not laughing as much now. I'm looking at the time and it's like, what? But it's a nice little walk through here. I mean, I must admit, it's not been a terrible shock. And there's a nice prize at the end of it, but apparently it's still some way to go. I'll be probably looking at another 3 miles, so best part of an hour by the time I've been in an hour and a quarter by the time I've been in the co-op when I find it. Now this is Branhope again, and this is the Yorkshire Corner, your local convenience store. So it's Saturday night, and fair play. It's, you know, it's around about 7 o'clock I think. but your local convenience store is closed, and it seems to be the thing. There we go, Saturday. Yeah, it must be after 7 o'clock. Why didn't I know this was here? Oh, I asked the wrong question in the pub. I should have said, instead of asking where a court was, I should have asked where your local off licence is. Or maybe I did. In which case I would have just come down here and it would have been open till 7, which it's not anymore. And it's not 7 anymore. Okay, I take it back. I would have thought, your local convenience store could be open a little longer. Maybe 10. It's the sort of thing. Could be convenient. Oh my goodness. It gets better. But anyway, we're going to the co-op. We're going to find it. It's our mission. The mission is not to get run over by cars, but we'll find it. Oh, taxi. Look at the taxi. I've spotted a co-op bag. 2 lasses carrying it. I won't point the camera at them. It's inappropriate, but yeah, co-op bag's been spotted. Also, there's a place called Adele. Hence the reason it was a school. I wonder who she was. Spotted. It wasn't that far really. If I had gone on that country trail, people always expect or suggest distances are further than they imagine if they don't walk very much. It was like, it seemed a very long way, according to the guy in the pub. But it wasn't really after all, it's just here. Woohoo! So I'm walking back now with my goodies, my co-op bag, and as you can see, it's starting to get dark. Car lights are on, certainly dusk. So the chance of it being pitch black by the time I get to the campsite is pretty good odds on that. I'd certainly have a fiver on it, because I bet there's another 2 miles or more to do. That's not the worry, it's just the walking on the dark lanes, if that's the case. Yeah, that's a slight concern, but I'm sure we'll get there. It's all happy days, and I've certainly got my 84 miles in for the 4 days now, and that makes me happy, because that was the plan. Well, this is the end of my 4-day trek, and yeah, another pleasant evening here at St Helena's campsite, just outside Otley in Yorkshire. I don't know how much I've shown of this before. Lizzie the Dragon. That's a bit of sculpture there. Yeah, so it's been an up and down sort of trip. It seems to have been longer than 4 days. It feels a lot longer than 4 days. What have I learned? Well, I've learned that I can walk for 4 days. I did manage, although we didn't get to York, I did get to Harrogate and walk back to St Helena's camp. So I actually did more miles than I'd intended, 86 for the 4 days. So I've been able to walk for 4 days at an average of 20 miles a day, over 20 miles a day. So that's good. The legs are fine, the feet are good. I certainly could walk today. We're going home today, but I certainly could walk today. And that was all this was really about, because if I couldn't do 4 days, I certainly couldn't do 34 or even 40 days. I feel good. What else have I learned? Well, I've learned if you take a footpath for a shortcut, don't always expect to get to a co-op, because they don't always lead to co-ops. You have to find your own way by asking people. If you buy a £19 tent, don't expect to be warm at night. Hypothermia is just round the corner. If you camp out, even in the springtime, sort of it's cold in the night, and that was certainly an experience that I won't forget in a hurry. And finally, it's not what I've learned, it's something I've re-remembered. Something that my Auntie Lil told me when I was about 11 years old. So yeah, about 60 years ago. She said, Gary, she said, always chew your food 40 times, because if you don't swallow it after you've chewed it 40 times, it could stick in your throat, and if it sticks in your throat, you'll go to hospital. Well, she was right about that. So that was another experience, a night in Airedale Hospital. Again, something I'll not forget in a hurry. But Auntie Lil, yeah, thank you, you were correct. Yeah, chew your food 40 times, especially if it's a piece of tough old lamb. Anyway, so that's it for now. We're 3 weeks away from Joggle now, exactly 3 weeks today. I'll be walking south from John O'Groats, and can't wait to get started. So for now, bye bye.